Imagine standing face to face with King Tut's legendary golden mask, surrounded by over 5,000 treasures from his tomb, all together for the very first time in history. Or gazing up at a colossal 3,000-year-old statue of Ramesses II in a hall that looks straight out at the Great Pyramids. Welcome to the Grand Egyptian Museum, the largest archaeological museum on Earth. Finally fully open as of 2025, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Before you book your tickets and rush over, hit that pause button, because in this video, I'm revealing the highlights and tips that will turn your visit to unforgettable. Stick around, you'll thank me when you're there. By the way, this is part 2 of our Egypt adventure. If you missed the start of the journey at the Great Giza Pyramids, I've added the link to the first episode where it all began. Now let's dive in. The Grand Egyptian Museum, or GEM, is the world's largest archaeological museum dedicated to a single civilization, ancient Egypt. Construction of the GEM started in 2005 and full official inauguration in November 1st, 2025. Coinciding with the anniversary of King Tut's tomb discovery in 1922. Tip number 1, plan to arrive as soon as the museum opens, as the GEM gets crowded with tourists and locals eager to visit the newly opened museum. It took over 20 years to build and costing around $1.2 billion. The museum floor area is roughly 81,000 square meters itself and houses over 100,000 artifacts. Imagine that! With over 100,000 artifacts to see, this place can be overwhelming. Luckily, we had the best Cairo tour guide from egypttoursportal with us. He helped us bypass the crowds and head straight to the must-see highlights while giving us the deep history that you just can't get from the plaques on the wall. Tip number 2, visit the Tutankhamun galleries first and head straight to the iconic golden mask in order to beat the crowd. Tutankhamun, often called King Tut or the Boy King, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh of the 18th dynasty who ruled from approximately 1332 to 1323 BC. He ascended the throne around age 9 and died unexpectedly at about 18 or 19. Tutankhamun became world famous not for his achievements, but for the 1922 discovery of his nearly intact tomb in the Valley of the Kings by Howard Carter. Tip number 3, only mobile phones are allowed at King Tut's mask.
Of the king here, you can see the cobra and the vultures. Why the cobra and the vulture? These are the two goddesses of ancient Egypt. The cobra used to be the main goddess of the north, which is called Egypt. The vulture, you know the vulture, used to be the main goddess of the south of Egypt, of Upper Egypt, which is Luxor and Aswan, which is called Nekhbet. So Nekhbet and Wajid, the two goddesses.
With both the cobra and the vulture on his forehead, King Tut was visually declaring himself the lord of the two lands, harmonizing the north and south into one kingdom. In addition to his iconic golden mask, here are the other artifacts found intact at King Tut's tomb, providing insight into ancient Egyptian royal burial practices.
Of the mummy of King Tut. I told you yesterday in Giza about mummification or embalming, that is used to make a surgery for the king after his death, take out the internal organs, put them in 4 vases. Which organs used to take out? Lungs, stomach, liver, and the intestines.
They leave the heart and the brain.
No, the brain take out, get rid of it. The heart only they keep inside. Each one of the organs used to be salted, used to be treated also, and wrapped with linen and placed inside one of these 4 little coffins. Look at these coffins. Looks like the figure of the mummy of King Tut also, made of wood and covered with gold and precious stones. Each one of the organs was placed inside one of this and placed inside here, these jars. Each one of the lids of the jars taking the shape also of the face of King Tut, and looks like the golden mask here, as you see. Same thing also on the forehead of the king, you can see the cobra and the vulture's head. Look at the 4 corners of the box. You can see the 4 goddesses of protection for ancient Egyptians: Isis, Nephthys, Snake, and Selket. Made of alabaster marble, made of one block of alabaster marble, yes. Okay, this is only to protect the organs. All of this, including this and the organs, were placed inside this wooden shrine. Look at this one here. These are the four goddesses also for protection. Look at the amount of protection here. Each cobra with sun disk used to be for protection, but it's here double freezes of cobras with sun discs. Also Isis, Nephthys, Neith, and Selkut at the four sides, also to protect what we discovered here. This alabaster marble box with the organs were placed inside this. So look at the amount of protection. All of this protection, all of the protection, the corners, okay, in order to protect only the organs, just the organs of King Tut.
King Tut was buried in 3 nested coffins like the Russian nesting dolls inside a stone sarcophagus. Here is a video of the innermost coffin made of solid gold and weighing about 243 pounds. King Tut's middle coffin is famous for its vibrant, colorful appearance. It is made of gilded wood heavily inlaid with multicolored glass paste and semi-precious stones. There are 4 gilded wooden shrines of King Tut, designed to fit one another like Russian nesting dolls, then ultimately housing the stone sarcophagus and the king's 3 coffins. Each shrine served a specific religious purpose for his journey to the afterlife. The shrines were decorated with cartouches that include their throne name, birth name, right to rule, and relationship with the gods, among others. Welcome to the grand staircase of the Grand Egyptian Museum, the most breathtaking feature that sets the tone for your entire visit. This isn't just any staircase. It's a monumental ascent lined with over 60 colossal statues of kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. From fierce Sekhmet and mighty Senusret III to Hatshepsut, Amenhotep III, and even Akhenaten. Organized into 4 epic themes: royal power, divine temples, gods alongside pharaohs, and the journey to eternity with ancient sarcophagi. As you climb or ride the accessible travelators, the drama builds until you reach the top. And there, through massive floor-to-ceiling windows, the Giza pyramids frame perfectly in the distance. It's like 4,500 years of history colliding in one unforgettable view. But trust me, most visitors rush this and miss the magic. Let's ascend together and marvel at these historic statues. From the top, we walk down, marveling at these monumental structures more closely. Imagine a vessel built not for the sea, but for the stars. For over 4,500 years, this cedarwood masterpiece lay buried in the shadows of the Great Pyramid of Giza, waiting for its king to claim it once again. This is the solar boat of King Khufu. It's one of the oldest, largest, and best preserved ships from antiquity. But here's the most incredible part. It was found completely dismantled, a giant 1,200-piece puzzle held together not by nails, but by intricate knots and organic ropes. Now, it has a new home here at the Grand Egyptian Museum, transported in a high-tech, shock-absorbing capsule to ensure its safety. It sits within a dedicated pavilion designed to make you feel like you're walking through history itself. Archaeologists believe this solar bark was intended to carry the resurrected pharaoh across the sky alongside the sun god, Ra. Standing beneath its massive hull, you aren't just looking at a boat. You're looking at the ancient Egyptians' answer to eternity. The Khufu boat is finally ready for its next voyage.